Okay, guys, here we are today. This class is super important. Why? Every realtor believes in their mind that they are not loan officers. Yeah, no, you're not. You're not. I don't want you to become a loan officer because it's hard enough just to be a realtor. Imagine becoming a loan officer as well, too. Holy gajibis. And there's certain risk factors to that point. It's not, state of Florida does not say it's illegal, but there are risk factors. We could talk about that afterwards, okay? But to me, it's a lot of responsibilities. I've owned 2 mortgage companies for about 25 years. I don't do it now, and the reason I don't do it now is I don't want more gray hairs than what I already got, man. I mean, Walgreens and CVS, they're going tinte. How do you say tinte in English? I don't know how you say it. Dye. Yeah, man. Forget that. Hair dye. Yeah, they're on me. I'm on a VIP, you know, when I go in there. So I don't want more gray hair. Yeah. So I stopped doing the mortgages, and we got 4 or 5 mortgage companies at Partnership Realty that they will help you. They'll help you to the end. They're really good. And hopefully we'll end up bringing more in, you know, because we really work with about 12, 13 different mortgage institutions. But here's the thing. Got a question for you guys. Are you guys responsible to do a mortgage, yes or no? How about heck yes, you are. Even though you're not doing the mortgage, you're 1,000,000% responsible for that mortgage. Let me take that off because that should be driving you guys nuts. All those icons on my computer, holy cow. And then you're going to see all my secrets there, man. Like, I don't have anything secrets, te lo juro. You can see anything I got is more boring than heck. All right, here we go. So, again, you guys are 100 million wait, you guys think I was going to say 100%, right? You're 100 million% responsible for these mortgages. For your client, you need to be looking out for them. There are 6 important dates in a as-is contract or just a regular farm contract. You can't miss it. If your client misses it, you're responsible. I want to ask you guys a question. Have you seen, many of you guys have been licensed now for quite a while. Every time there's a denial letter and every time that there is a complaint or a lawsuit, have you seen a mortgage company being taken to court? How many of you guys raise your hand if you've seen mortgage companies being taken to court? Now raise your hand, how many realtors are being taken to court? Every single time it's the realtor. You're going to go, but Ismael, I don't do mortgages. Why are they taking me to court? That's because you're responsible. All you guys. And the ones that are watching as well too. You're responsible to know what's going on from the beginning to the very end of this transaction. You're responsible not to go show a property. People know what they want. They know how the square footage, they know the price, they know the community. They know if they want that house inside or not. Your job is to help them take care of the escrow deposit, the transaction, and all other parties involved. That's our job, okay? Is to follow the law and help out, okay? So part of following the law, you know, it does say that you are supposed to be on top of the mortgage broker at all given times. So, for example, Barbie doesn't know this. Oh, Barbie's a new realtor. Noel, new realtor with us here. A couple more as well, too, visiting us here. So whoever sits up front, you guys are like, I use you guys, you know, so no choice. I don't have any. All my other helpers are all the way in the back today, and they don't want to sit here, so in the front. But anyway. So if you are my mortgage lender and I get a property under contract, either the transaction coordinators are going to send the file directly and all the paperwork over to the mortgage lender, okay? Or you're going to send it over there. You guys have to have a paper trail, whether it's by text or whether it's by email, okay, that you are in contact looking out for your client's best interest. What is their best interest? Making sure this file is moving along just perfectly, correct? And if not, then we probably need an extension to protect who? Your client. And if not, we probably need to switch them over to another mortgage company because why? Our job is to do what? Protect the client's interests. And it's not just the client, because you can represent the buyer, but the buyer is buying a property from a seller, and that seller, there's a reason she's selling. She's got to sell, whether it's a medical issue, she just needs money for whatever issue it may be, buying another property, buying another home. Now her money is at risk. Her money is 100% at risk. Because if this file doesn't close, her money's at risk. Are you guys following me on that one or not? Okay, so we don't need to look out just for our client. We need to look out for everybody involved. And sometimes it's a dominoes effect. I've seen out of one transaction, 4 and 5. One. We just closed one today. Today, we just finalized it. I think, our payroll department is going to be cutting checks today. They'll be cutting checks today to finalize it. There were 2 deals out of that. 2 deals out of that. So how important is it for this one to close? Because when this one closes, buys it from this one. And then this one here, he's a builder. Okay, so he's going to go buy another property to build another home. So do you see how important it is that you guys need to be on top of it? You've got to be on top of it. So how are you on top of this? This is what you're supposed to do. Because if you guys go into, I'm going to give you 2 examples. If you go into, say, DBPR, Grievance Committee, which is NAR, in front of FREC, in front of a judge, civil court, the first thing they're going to ask you is, Barbie, I'm sorry, you shouldn't have sat in the front. Now, they're not going to ask you that. But you should not sentarte delante because you are my example, unless I'll switch you out with somebody, okay? So the first thing that you got to ask the mortgage lender is, good morning, Barbie. Everything's up very polite up front. How was your weekend? Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hey, Barbie, listen to this key word, guys. How is our, not my file, our, showing responsibility that she must take responsibility. How is our file coming along? Not my file. Our. She is responsible. She gave a pre-approval. Now, I don't like pre-approvals. Okay? I like commitments and approval. There's a difference between a pre-approval and a loan approval, a loan commitment approval. And we'll go over that in just a few minutes, okay? But you guys need to be in contact, scenario number 1, with the loan officer, and then she needs, and everything is by email or text to show that you are looking out, that you are looking out for your client's best interest. You guys understanding this? How's our file coming along? It's coming along great. Barbie, is there anything that you need there? Is there anything that's missing from the client so I can assist you and help you get it? No, we've got everything. Yes, we are missing the bank statements. Now, if somebody says to me, I am missing the bank statements, I'm already nervous as hell like this. I'm shaking. You want to know why? How can you have a appropriate pre-approval if you don't have their credit report, their tax returns, pay stubs, and bank statements? You got to have them all. So if they're missing the bank statement, I'll go, so how did you source their funds? Well, I haven't seen it yet. Now, is that a true pre-approval, yes or no, from you guys? Is that a true pre-approval? She hasn't seen the bank statements. Hell, it's not. It is not. She's got to see that bank statement to have an accurate, but now you're under contract. So I'm going to help you guys on what you must do to avoid these items. So let's say that it's not the bank statement. It's something more simpler like the employer's email or something like that. And, okay, Barbie, I'll get right on it. I'll go to the client. Hey, client, the loan officer needs this. Do this within a timely manner, okay? And then next week comes along, or towards the end of the week. Good afternoon, Barbie. What's that, TGIF, something like that? And it's so excited, it's Friday. How about you? How you doing? Okay, Barbie's going to answer back, give me an update. And I'm going to give an update to my buyer. And then I'm going to give an update to the listing agent, too, because the listing agent's going to be calling me up. Have we ordered the appraisal yet? I'm going to be finding out. See, appraisal being ordered. Yeah, it's going to be ordered for next week. So listing agent. I got to keep the listing agent afloat because that listing agent needs to tell that seller, okay, what's going on because their money's at risk. They got $25,000, $75,000, $150,000 in escrow. Their money, his money, is at risk, okay? Next week comes around. I'm on top of Barbie again. I will be on top of Barbie every single week. And as the loan commitment date comes up, correct? That friendliness will be going away. There will be no more good morning, Barbie. Well, maybe there'll be a good morning, okay? I'll probably say, good morning, Barbie. Hey, just to let you know, we have a loan commitment date coming up in 7 days. You think you're going to be able to comply and get this and meet that loan commitment date? Because you know you got to have it, because if you pass the loan commitment date, your client's out of what? Out of contract. They're in what? In breach of contract. Does anyone know what breach of contract means? Okay, breach of contract means that they have not followed the contract guidelines or the dates, and now their escrow deposit is at risk. Complete at a risk, okay? If we pass the loan commitment date and we don't have at least a conditional loan commitment. Conditional means we have a loan commitment, but we have a couple of open conditions still remaining. But we got to get that. We got to get that loan approval or that loan commitment. It's the same thing. Loan approval, loan commitment. Okay. So Barbie says to me, we got about 7 days. We're okay. Just remind you, it's coming up on August 21st. Okay. And as you get closer, you guys have to be on top of that loan officer asking for that loan commitment. Now, as you get closer, if the loan commitment date is on August 21st, correct? And we're like 3 days away and she doesn't have it because she doesn't have an appraisal or something like that, we need to get an extension. Now, here's where the realtors make a mistake at. They always get a closing date extension. Can't get a closing date extension. You need to get a loan commitment extension with the closing date extension. And both of them cannot land on the same date. They can't. It's impossible. So you need to get a loan commitment date like 3 or 4 days prior to the closing date. Got it? You guys want me to explain that one more time? The loan commitment date, when you get an extension, you are asking, you're doing an addendum, an extension. You're getting an extension for 2 things. Loan commitment to be extended to such and such a date, and then the closing date to be extended 3 or 4 days later for such and such a date. Got it? The majority of the realtors that I see only do a closing date. Now here's what happens. You only do a closing date, and you get a denial letter from the loan officer. You get a denial letter from the loan officer. Your client's out of contract. Your client is breached of contract because there is no loan commitment. You understand? We have passed the loan commitment. So now, let's say that the client had an escrow, how much? Guys, give me a number. $15,000. Now your client's losing $15,000 because of who? The loan officer or you, who doesn't know what they're doing? I have a class called 7 Most Important Dates of a Contract. You should see it. Watch my class. I have it in English, Spanish. I got it in Creole too. Okay? Watch it. Now, there aren't 7 days in a contract. 7 important dates. There aren't. I mean, in my opinion, there is. But in the real contract, there's not. There's only 6. But I put in there 7, one more. I'm special. I put in there 7. Why do you think I put 7 in there? Because that's the date. Number 7, it's the date you get paid. Man, I think that's important, right? That's the date you get your check. So you will never make it to the 7th day until you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you pass these 6, then you make it to to your payday. There are 7 important dates, 7 most important dates. Watch that class. You got to have it. Because if not, you're coming up to me, Ismael, but I don't do the mortgage. And they want us, and they're blaming me for it. Yeah, because you don't know what you're doing. I get realtors that come from other office. I love brand new realtors, brand new, freshly licensed, because they're like a sponge. They're new. You can teach them and mold them. Okay, but you get a realtor that's come with some other bad habits. No, I don't go to my closings. What? You don't go to your closings? Don't you want to go there out of respect, out of just professionalism, just to be common courtesy and help them out, make sure that everything goes correctly, that the numbers are all appropriately done on the Alta and the CD? Don't you want to be there? Yeah, I don't go to my closings. Man, that's a big mistake, because at the closing table, the seller and buyer, they can come out. They took the washer and dryer out. Now the buyer is totally upset because where's my washer and dryer? And you need a walkthrough. So that's crazy. Then you hear other comments like, I don't do mortgages. I send them over to the mortgage company. Heck no. First, I pre-approve the client. I do not pull their credit. I do not look at their tax returns. I do not look at their pay stubs. I do not look at their W-2s. And I do not look at their bank statements. All I got to do is talk to you. I can pre-approve every single one of you guys within the next, I don't know, everybody to me is just within 3 to 4 minutes. So within 30 minutes, I've got all you guys approved in here. Or I'll tell you if you can't get approved or not. Then I know what lender to go to. Why do we have 5 lenders in here? They are completely different to each other. Every single lender is different. And every single client is different. Their financial needs are completely different. So you need to know what client, what their needs are, and you need to know the appropriate lender to go with, okay? Because if not, who do they hold responsible? Who does FREC hold responsible? Who does DBPR hold responsible? And who does, well, DBPR gets involved with other things. But the FREC and the Agreements Committee, you guys want me to show you who they hold responsible? Ta-da! Heck no, you guys. The broker does these classes for free in English, tomorrow in Spanish, with free lunch. I can't make you come in here. There's no way. If you don't want to come in here, don't come in. It's your license. It's your career. It's your license. But you think I'm going to be? No. You know what they've told me? I've had DBPR agents and things like that. And our MLSs, Ismael, you're a phenomenal broker. That's what I get. Why? Because we teach you guys not to get in trouble. Our office is never, barely ever in trouble with the MLS compliance or with the Agreements Committee because of education, 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 education. Now's when your education begins. If you think that your education is done with, don't worry. Start practicing real estate. We'll see what happens. You're going to come in here. I don't want to go there. All right, so guys, you cannot, if you get a denial letter, correct? If you get a denial letter, attorneys are going to go what's called the path of least resistance. That means, who can I sue? If she's my client, correct, and I am the attorney, I'm going to find out of everybody involved, loan officer, realtor, who made the mistake. Because my job is to get her money back, her $15,000, plus my attorney fees. Plus my attorney fees. Attorneys need lawsuits, correct, to make money. They do. Attorneys need lawsuits. If they don't have any lawsuits and they're just sitting in the office, oops, they're making no money. So what do they need? Lawsuits. So what do you think I'm going to do? Well, I want to get paid as an attorney. So I'm protecting her $15,000. Then I'm going to see what mistakes the lender made. And I'm going to see what mistakes a realtor made. So then I'm going to subpoena and get a copy of the full file. And if she's missed one of those 6 important dates, who do you think is responsible? Ta-da! You. Hate being sarcastic, guys, but it's the truth. All right? Here, let me put it to you this way. Do you guys know that the lender can recall a loan all the way up to the closing date? Do you know that after you get a CTC, people are confused. They hear the word CTC, clear to close. Yay! CTC, clear to close. Yay! No. You're still far away from closing that. First thing the lender calls, hey, congratulations, we got a CTC. That doesn't mean you're closing that afternoon. You're closing 2 to 3 days later. So make sure you got your clients under control. Because the lender will call up your client, educate your clients, and tell your client, hey, you are clear to close. The first thing the client says, I'm closing tomorrow. No, they're not. There is the TRID law. The TRID law. It's a 3-day law. Okay? It's another class. You guys have to watch that class. I've got it. It's a more advanced class. Do you guys really think that I can convert you guys into loan officers, what here, in an hour? Really? I'll order the tequila. Hey, Javier, dile que le metan tequila, brother. Because if you guys seriously think, there's no way that you will learn 30, 40 years of experience. What, in an hour? Seriously? 30 minutes? Keep dreaming. Or stay off those pills, whatever pills you're taking. You know, I know it's good medication, but stay off of them. At least when you come to class. Stay off those pills, all right? You can't. We're going to be doing these classes over and over, and every time we do them, they're more advanced. They're more advanced, and then they're more advanced. And then before you know it, you are an expert in your field. That's the realtors that are making huge money. Because everybody here has got the same license, don't you? Oh, yeah. Noel doesn't have a license bigger than any of you guys. Charlene doesn't. You guys have the same license. Why do some people make $30,000, $40,000 a year? Tell me that. Others make $300,000 or $400,000 a year. Then others make 1.4, 1.5, $2 million a year. What's the difference? Guys, what's the difference, man? I'll tell you, knowledge and putting yourself to work in this field, because this field does pay, and it pays well. But the only way you'll do it is without the knowledge, because without the knowledge, you are never going to make it, man. You're not. You're not. So you see these successful realtors, and you guys go, oh, my God, she is so successful. But you don't know what she's gone through. The sacrifices of coming into my classes in English, and she barely speaks English. She didn't speak no English. But she comes all the way from Miami like Barbie did today. We have many of them like that. From Orlando. From Naples, Lehigh Acres, St. Lucie, from all over. But today, let's go look at these ladies. Come on. I bet you their husband went and got their real estate license. I bet you their kids have gotten their license as well, too. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? The whole family now is in real estate. And the money that they're making. But it comes from sacrifice, man. Sacrifice. But most people don't want to come to class, so it's up to them. Stay at that 9-to-5 job. Yeah, stay at that 9-to-5 job, you know. That to me, 8:30 or 8 o'clock job. That to me would be like a torture. If you tell me I got to go to work tomorrow, I go, what? Yeah, Ismael, you're going to start this dentist office tomorrow at 8:30. I go, I think you're talking to the wrong person. I am not going to work in no dentist office. There's no way. So anyway, all right, guys. If it goes to any type of litigation, the first thing that the attorney is going to look at is going to look at the realtor and see if the realtor has had any communication with the lender. You hear me clearly? If that realtor has no communication with the lender, she's the buyer. Is she looking out for the buyer's best interest? No. She just handed it over and, I'm out. I'm out of here. Let the lender. Who you think is held responsible? Her. Sorry, I don't mean to. I need to switch you guys around, man. I don't want you guys. I don't want to be. I'm doing something. So anyway, I can't use. You and I have a good relationship already, so you don't get angry when I use you. So anyway, all right. You guys are held responsible because the first thing they're going to do is, ma'am, you did not look out for her best interest or their best interest at all. There's no communication. You guys don't understand the actual laws, how they work in the real world, okay? And then that's where you are held liable, because you are supposed to be on that. If, say, the loan commitment is due in 2 days, I am not even saying good morning to Barbie. I am not even saying good afternoon. I go, Barbie, we have a loan commitment in 2 days, and I either need to get 3 things from you: a denial letter, an extension, or I need a CTC, one of the 2, one of the 3. So which one's going to be? Because you are putting the client's $15,000 at risk. Now, did you guys see how I put the responsibility on her? Because really, she's the loan officer. But did you see how I put the responsibility on her? I need 3 things from you: extension, a CTC, or I need a loan commitment with conditions still open. You got 2 days to do it. Now, with that email and the thread of other emails, she's got no problems when we go to court, because she was looking out for who? The client's interest. So now we are at the end of the loan commitment date. You guys need to take responsibility of the transaction at this point. You either do a release and cancellation immediately, but you got to talk to your client first. It's with their blessing, okay? You got to talk to the client. What do you want us to do? You're $15,000 at risk. We can either do a release and cancellation right now to cancel this, to try to save your money, because we're right there. Because Barbie won't even answer my call. She won't even. Please try to call her. Yeah. All of this, guys, needs to be by text and email. Because verbal, you got no way of proving it. You understand? Text or email. Call him and then text him. The same thing all over again. You got to have proof. All right? Then he's going to say, no, let's keep going. And you guys need to be getting a hold of who at this point? Not at this point. A week prior, 2 weeks prior, that you see things aren't going correctly. Do you know who you need to be calling already? He's standing in front of you. You guys need to be getting a hold of me like ASAP, because we need to find a solution for this problem. If you get a hold of me and we're addressing this matter, Barbie doesn't answer the calls, Barbie doesn't answer her emails, then guess what? We're switching that file over from Barbie to the new lender, because I'm going to save that file. You guys understand? There's $15,000 of this man's money. With his blessing, we're going to move it over. Or we leave it with Barbie, and then he's going to lose it. You see what I mean? So you guys need to be addressing this, because the more you talk to Barbie, the more you know what's going on with this file. You guys got that? Because if we have a loan commitment date, let's say 20 days, right? And we are on the 15th day and there is no appraisal, should you guys be getting worried? You have a loan commitment date, okay, in 20 days, and you are in day number 15 and there's no appraisal. Should you guys be getting worried? Yeah. There better be some emails to Barbie. Barbie, when are we ordering this? When are we ordering this appraisal? Barbie, we need the appraisal. That's going to show that you guys are protecting the interests of who? Your client and his money. That's your job. So that's why this class is so freaking important. Okay? Then, when situations like that happen, then we know if we want to use Barbie in the future or not. Would you want to use Barbie in the future? No. I don't think so. Barbie's shown whoever, And here, before I go back into this, if Barbie says to me, there was 3 things: extension, a CTC, or a conditional loan commitment. Got it? You'll understand all 3 in a minute. If Barbie says, we need to get an extension, correct? Who is the best person to get an extension? Barbie's going to turn around. Barbie's going to turn around and say, Ismael, I'm the realtor, right? Barbie's going to turn around and say, Ismael, get me an extension. The loan office is going to ask you guys to get an extension. This is my recommendation. Hi, loan officer. I don't even know what to say. You're the loan officer. Who better than you to talk to the listing agent so the listing agent can talk to their seller and convince them to give you an extension. You're the one that needs to call because you know why we need it. You could be more accurate in your words. You can explain exactly why we need it. I know nothing. All I can do is call, hey, how you doing? Good morning. Listen, we need to get a loan extension. Why? I really don't know. The loan officer asked me for one. But why? I want to know why do I need, my seller needs to know why I should give you a loan extension. I really don't know. See how you're not the right person? Let her. If I am bringing her thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year, she needs to do her job. Not me. It's not my job. It's hers. So when they tell you guys that you need a loan extension, I'll write it up. I'll write up the extension, but you're going to call it up, Barbie. You're going to call up, and you are going to ask and explain to them why we need a loan extension. Does that make sense to you guys? I hope it does. You're not the appropriate person to get that extension. You can write it up, but she's the appropriate person. Do any of you guys feel different to the way I'm explaining this? I don't think so. You're not the appropriate person, because if you call me up, where I am an experienced realtor, and I'm going to go, okay, so why should I give you the extension? You're going to go, they asked me for it? That's no excuse, sir. I can't help you with that one. I can't go to my seller and say, hey, the buyer's agent said they asked them for it. We need to know a reason why. We want to know if it's worthwhile staying in contract with you or not. Give me the reason why. I really don't know. God, do you guys sound like amateurs if you ever say that. You sound such an amateur. I really don't know why. Don't do that. So I will put pressure on this loan officer, and then I'll call her supervisor. If she ain't answering, I'm calling her supervisor. You see what I mean? Just a lot in real estate that you guys got to know about. All right, so we're doing this class in Spanish tomorrow in Miami Lakes. So whoever wants to come up there and listen to this, and even though it's the same class, I give a lot of brand new stuff. A lot of brand new stuff. Like I said before already, it is impossible. It is impossible for you guys to become a loan officer or understand loans in what? A couple hours. All right. Guillermo, tomorrow we'll be doing a class here in RPR. It's really good here in West Palm Beach. So, you know, the ones that can make it here to Guillermo's class, please, highly recommend that you come in. This one's in Spanish tomorrow. So the ones that don't speak Spanish and want to learn Spanish, see you there. Says it right there in Spanish. See it? Okay. So Guillermo's is going to be in Spanish to me. It says it right there in Spanish. So then we got Friday Zooms from 10 a.m. to 11. I go over all the important stuff. I'm not going to be able to make it again. Last Friday, I apologize. I wasn't able to make it. Guillermo had to hold it. This Friday, I got appointments in the morning again, and I can't make it. But Guillermo's going to be able to be there from 10 to 11 every single Friday. Usually, I'm the one that's doing these classes. They are so important to you guys because we're going over all the factors of how not to get in trouble. That's what my job is, teaching you guys how to do things correctly, okay? Then at 11:30 on Friday, this was in English, you guys need to come and see D.R. Horton Model Homes. It's right there in Green Acres. Go over there because there are two types of buyers. There's a buyer that will buy a resale. Resale means a property someone has lived in it. And then new construction. Other people will never buy a house that someone's lived in it. They only buy new construction. So I recommend that you guys are there. It's at 11:30. There's the address. It should be in your email. It should be in your Telegram, which is our internal chat group. It should be on Facebook, Instagram. It should be in your classroom library, which you'll see the classroom library. It's going to be everywhere. So the address is right there here, and it's at 11:30. It is in English. So I recommend you guys go there because a lot of buyers do not buy homes that someone's lived in it. They only buy brand new constructions. Okay? Also, well, no, I'm not going to get into that today. All right, so deadline, guys. Please, okay, deadline. You know that all licenses renew twice a year. They renew on September 30th and March. I think March has 31 days. I'm not sure. So anyway, in March. March has got 30 days? Thanks. Okay, September's got 30 days too, right? Yeah, because it says it right there. All right, so I'm okay with that. I'm a pretty good broker. Man, there's some stuff I've forgotten, So anyway, guys, you need to renew your license with DBPR. And you need to do your continuing education prior to it. If this is your first renewal and that's your deadline, you got to get those 45 hours done ASAP. And if you got to do the 14 hours, just come see me. Come see me after class. I'll show you where to go to so you can do the 14 hours, and then you can renew your license. You cannot renew your license without doing the CE hours first. Got it? You got to have the continuing education done first, then you can renew your license. 14 hours, come and see me. Or for the 45 hours, come and see me. I just want to make you guys alert. September's here, what? Next month. Here's the deadline, the 30th. What? Seriously? Okay. Escrow deposits. Before I get into financing, because I gave you guys a really good opening speech about how important it is, and then it's really easy to learn. Oh, sorry. You had a question. You had a question for me. No, it'll say Spanish or English. This one's going to be in Spanish. The next one will be in English because I'll be doing it. Guillermo's English is not that great. So you're going to be like, what? What did you say? I bet you if Guillermo would be here, he would probably go, Ismael, you know what, man? If you want another manager, I'll quit right now, stuff like that. You're going to talk bad about me? I love Guillermo to death. If he quits, I quit too. I swear to God. I'll go anywhere he goes. Okay? So, but honestly, his English is not quite that well. So you'll probably be misreading the law. He'll tell you something, and you're like, oh, man, I knew I could do that. And next thing you know, Guillermo said it. I've had that before. I swear to God. I've had realtors that have called Guillermo. I'm not knocking Guillermo, guys. Not one bit. Call ladies. Call Carlos. They speak perfect English. All right? But Guillermo's English, it's okay. He's a good manager, though. Guy's available 7 days a week, holidays. And it's phenomenal. But sometimes when he tells you something in English, your understanding and mine. I don't mind when you guys call me up. In fact, a lot of times you guys have called me up, and I've thanked you. How many brokers thank you for calling me up? I bet you they don't thank you. And I thank you. You want to know why? I don't need more gray hairs, I already told you. Ibuprofen, Tylenol, Advils. Jesus, I've been staying away from those things, man. I don't need it. I really don't need no more ibuprofens. But if you guys call me up, we can address the problem, and we can take care of it. There's nothing. There's nothing I can't help you with. Promise you that one. All right? So escrow deposits. That's a big problem we've been having. I want to address that right now. So escrow deposits, we have two types of escrow accounts. Well, not Partnership Realty. Trusted Florida Title, which is right in our office, okay? There is one for rentals. That's just strictly for rentals. All rental, first month's rental deposits, escrow deposits, they need to go into the escrow account, rental escrow account. Then we have a separate one that is for sales, residential, commercial sales. It doesn't matter, okay? So that document needs to be filled out right there. They have it. The ladies from Title will give it to you. You can just ask them for it, and they'll provide it, okay? And also, we're going to put it on today. We're going to put it on our back office. All right. So there is a difference between escrow and commission checks, guys. People, you cannot deposit an escrow account. We have different accounts. There are accounts for escrows. You know, an escrow account is a sacred account, that money is sacred. That money's not coming out unless we do a closing or unless we have a mutual agreement between a buyer and a seller. We have a cancellation, something like that. Or we have a judge's order. That's the only way that money's coming out. That is a sacred escrow account. Commission checks go into another account. So please do not put commission checks into escrow. You guys know what escrow is, right? Commission is your commission. Don't put commission into escrow. So I'll show you real quickly. In our back office, the first two that I've got are escrow accounts. It says it right there. Look at this. Escrow deposit for rental only, not commission. Man, you can't miss that. It says it. Rental deposit for rentals. I'm mumbling now. Escrow deposit for rentals only. Now look at the other one. Escrow wire, purchase or sell. Purchase or sell. Because sometimes, you know, they want to send a wire in for their checks. You know, for a sale, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever the case may be. So it's two different ones. This is escrow and escrow only. That's a purchase or a sale. This is a rental. So now you guys know it's two separate accounts. Do not put a sale into a rental, and don't put a rental into a sale. Here's the other one. Commissions, if you're getting paid, where does it go? Right there. Our back office is in alphabetical order. Go straight down to C. C is where commissions are at. So they're going to give you guys checks in two ways. One, they're going to give you a hard check. And sometimes you live up in Ocala. Our realtors live in Tampa. They live in Pensacola. They live in, Homestead. They live right here next door. They just don't feel like coming over. I don't blame you. Truist is right there. The reason why I chose Truist is everywhere. The bank Truist, they're everywhere. You just go to your cell phone, go, Truist near me. It's 3-4 minutes away. I don't care where you live. So if they give you a check, then you're going to come to this one right here. It says commission only check deposit instructions. That is a check deposit. So it doesn't matter where you live at. Even if you live 2 blocks away, you just don't feel like coming over. All right? And then it says here commission wire instructions. Because sometimes the title company is going to say, we will wire it to you. So now do you see how to find it? Pretty simple, right? All right. You guys got to sign up to priclasses.com. The majority of all these classes that are recorded, they're all on here. I do classes they're called workshops. These will never, ever be recorded. You have to come in person because I will not record those classes, okay? Those are niche products. Those are things that I help you guys to sell more properties, okay? So you got to sign up to priclasses.com. You can't sign up to it. This is our library. You can't sign up to it through your cell phone because your cell phone does not hold enough memory for all the classes. There are classes there in English, Spanish, and Creole, and categories on the left-hand side. So whatever category you go to, all the classes open up. But it's got to be on your desktop, laptop, notepad, on a computer. Cannot be on your cell phone. It'll never open. Okay? So here, guys, how do you become the best realtor in the state of Florida or any state? Well, for you to become the best realtor, what must you know? Let me tell you something. 50% of your knowledge is going to have to come from financing today. And our lenders, our 5 banks that we got in here, okay, why are they teaching every week? I want them to teach because you need to hear about their products. Because when your client walks in that door, you need to know, what to do with this client and how to help them. Because every lender's not the same. They're all different. So you need to know about the financing world. So 50% of your success right now for you to be one of the best realtors in the state of Florida is going to come from what? Financing. Why? If a client walks into your door right now and says, hey, I've been on my job 8 years. I'm a W-2 employee, okay? But man, I got a 594 credit score. You're going to go, what? 594? That's pretty low. Okay, 594. So you're going to come up to the first lender and go, lender, I got a client, W-2, been on the job 7 years or 28 years, whatever, but got 594 credit score. The lender's going to say to you, listen, we don't go anything less than 610, 620. So what are you going to do? The first thing that the lender is going to say is, go tell them to fix their credit and come back. Then you're going to come back to your client. Hi, client. Listen, go fix these little blemishes on your credit and then come back and see me. That is the wrong answer, because she is going to go talk to another realtor, and that realtor is going to go, so you got what, a 594? Man, you're doing well. I got a 534. You're doing better than I am. You're going to get this loan. Come with me. Here's the FHA lender. They'll go as low as 580. Just because her guidelines, same FHA loan, same 30-year loan, same no prepayment penalty, just the same loan. It's just that their lender, their criteria won't go below 620 or 610. So you're going to lose a client? No. You're going to go over here to this lender that will go as low as 585. And they're not going to make your client feel like a second, oh my God, secondary citizen, you know. They're not going to make them feel like someone not important. 595, man, don't worry about that. That happens to anybody, okay? But they probably won't even say anything. Yes, you have absolutely no problem with that. We will do a regular FHA loan, 30-year fixed, no prepayment penalty. They're not even going to say anything about the score. They're just going to go, yes. So you need to know which one is which. What if you come in right now and one of your clients has, let's say, their DTI, debt to income. That's what that is called, is their debt divided by their income, and now they got a really high debt DTI. So most lenders will not go over 45% back-end ratios, 48% back-end ratios, or 50% back-end, 52%. What if your client walks in and they got a 58%? Then this lender is going to say, hey, tell her to go back, pay off all these credit cards. Where's she going to get the money from? She barely has 3.5% down. Where's she going to get the money from to pay off these credit cards? Because this lender says, I need those credit cards paid off, right? So we have this lender here that will say, not a problem. I'll go up to 63%. Do you see how you need to know the difference? And every lender here is different. Every one of them specializes in something completely different. Some of them work with foreign nationals only. Some of them work with self-employed individuals. Some of them are hard equity loans, jumbo loans, construction loans. We got all types of lenders. You guys need to know who is who. But people usually marry what? One lender. Are you nuts? I don't mean literally marry them. You know what I mean. That you just start doing without. No. You need to know every single lender, what they've got. They are all different. How about condo loans? Condo loans, we'll talk about them. All right, so 50%, look at this, of your exit, for your success comes from knowing the financial world, loan programs, you know, how much money they need, closing costs, things like that. Then the other 50% is pretty simple. Caring, understanding, having flexible hours to work around your clients, being able to answer your phone on a timely manner. You know that one's important. Because if you call somebody and they don't answer you back, guess what's going to happen? They're going to go, oh my gosh, she doesn't want, I've been calling her for 2 days. She doesn't care about me. Let me go with somebody else. Let me go with somebody else, okay? So no, don't lose them. As soon as you're done with your appointment, you call back everybody, all right? Sometimes I call back everyone. I will get home, I'll have 106 texts. And you can ask my wife, which she hates that. But anyway, I sit in that couch and I will go through 106 texts. I'll call everybody back. But sometimes it's too late. I don't want to call you. I'll call you the next morning. But you guys don't need me. You got managers. We have office managers that you can get a hold of 7 days a week. If I'm not available, call up one of my managers. They're all available to you. All of them can't be busy at the same time. Okay? So you need to know your market, like your farming area. And boy, you better know your contracts and laws and things like that. So this is the other half. But look at that half. Now, this is Ismael's point of view only. This is what's worked for Partnership Realty for over the last, 29 years we're coming up on? That right there. So you guys are looking for that mystery book, that video that's going to teach you how to become a successful realtor, guys, I don't know how many people have bought those videos, they bought those programs, they bought those books, and you know the only person that made money there? The author. You guys, the author. Keep buying those books, all right? It's basic steps in knowledge, point blank. Oh, wait, marketing too. Nowadays, we're in a world of marketing, so we'll get into that in a little bit. All right, so there are 3 questions that you guys have to know, and this is the 3 questions that you must ask your client at all times. You're the one, in my opinion, that pre-qualifies the client. Sorry, Barbie, today, the first time here, and I've been abusing of you like enormously. I feel bad. You will never come back from Miami again. You go, man, do you think that I am going to be like a punching bag and he's just going to have a field day with me? I don't. You're from another part of Miami. She's not from Hialeah, all right? No, man, I use those jokes, they're Hialeah, and people do not like it. They go, hey, I live in Hialeah. It's just, I don't know, it's a joke now. Hialeah is a wonderful city. Here I am. I'm justifying myself because I open up my mouth. I open up my mouth a lot. And I'm making mistakes daily too. So anyway, guys, you guys need to be the ones that pre-qualifies the client. Now you will know if they can buy or they can't buy. So let's do this, all right? Here is one realtor that she doesn't pre-qualify her clients, just sends them all to Barbie. Barbie, I got a new client for you. She's all excited. Yay! And then she's going to go home, to your significant other, right? And you're going to come see that significant other. You're going to go, I am so excited. I got a client. Oh, my God, I'm so glad for you. I'm really happy. I'm so excited for you. Yes, this is my first client. Okay. And you talk to the client, you go, she's a phenomenal lender, she's great. Now the clients are excited at home because you got her excited, a really good lender. Next day comes around, Barbie goes, hi, good morning, sorry, I can't get them approved. Their credit score is horrible, they're 1099s, or their credit score is okay, but their income doesn't qualify, whatever the fact may be. Here goes all that high emotion that you had. And your clients, you just let them down. All right? So now you get another client from your media, from all of your marketing. Send them straight to Barbie. Another downer. You get another client. You sent 20 clients to Barbie. And I've heard realtors come to me and go, Ismael, I've sent 10 clients to this lender, and he's turned them all down. And I feel like, hold on one second. I open up my drawer there, because I have Tylenol in there. Ibuprofen of what, 500 milligrams. I do. I go, ma'am, give me a second. I'm going to go to the restroom. That's a lie. I'm going to go get a glass of water. Take 2 of those babies with me. I'm taking two 500 milligrams for 1,000 milligrams. So when I come back to you, I'll go, you were saying? Okay. That's why I have a psychiatrist, and I recommend you guys all to have psychiatrists, okay? You must have a psychiatrist when you're in real estate. You are sending the wrong clients. It's not her fault. It's your fault not knowing if that client qualifies or not. And here's what Barbie's going to do to you. Here's the best part. Ooh, it's her again. Boy, careful, block you. You're taking up her time. She's really busy doing a gazillion other good loans. And here she's got to spend an hour, hour and a half with your clients, 2 hours, because they got a million questions, and everything. You can't send her a qualified good buyer. But he does the pre-qualification, make sure that they can get bought, sends them over to Barbie. Barbie can do the loan, boom, done. So every time she sees a call coming from him, correct? She's like, good morning, my love. How are you? Hey, how was your weekend? Oh, my God, it was fantastic. You should have seen she's got a lot to talk about because all of her clients, and with you, you're blocked. You're totally freaking blocked. And you go, she's not a good lender. No, man, you're not a good realtor. But I'm not going to say that because you don't know who I'm talking about. So I'll say it in general. No, you guys see the difference in here. Barbie doesn't sell real estate. Barbie sells no real estate. She is a loan officer. So someone comes to them, good morning, Barbie. We need to get pre-approved. Next thing you know, click, boom, approved. She needs a qualified specialist, realtor. Who is she going to call? A realtor that knows what they're doing, or a realtor that doesn't know what they're doing? Who do you think that Barbie's going to call to help him out? The one on that end, because he knows what he's doing, because this poor... I'm so sorry, darling. Can we switch? Noel, sit up front, man. Switch with her. We'll just sit there. No, don't do that to me. No, sit up here, please. Edman, ven, Edman. Siéntate acá. Bro, I cannot abusar acá. I can't do this anymore. I am not going to sleep tranquil tonight because I'm going to look at this class and go, oh my God, I really did that? You know, I can't. I'm going to start picking on you guys in the back. Forget it. I can't. I'm going to leave you guys alone. Contigo puedo. I feel comfortable with you. Okay? But I have some other realtors here. I've got you guys. Yeah. Sully, you ain't getting away. Leticia, Charlene, none of you guys are getting away. All right? I got other realtors I can pick on. Not pick on, it's just use as examples. All right, so guys, you guys need to know this. Now you understand why. You need to ask 3 questions. You do not need to see the tax returns. You do not see the credit. You do not need to see, don't need to pull the credit. You do not need to see the pay stubs. You don't need to see the W-2s. You don't need to see their bank statements. All you can do is ask 3 questions. Question number 1, right there. Okay. Yeah, good morning. Let me ask you a question. I always do that when they call me up. Yeah, I understand you're looking for a home, but listen, in order for me to help you, I need to ask you a couple of questions, and then with those questions, I'm able to answer all of your questions. So can I ask you a couple of questions first? How is your credit? Now, every time that people have good credit, mine, 850 scores, 830, 735. You know? But when you ask the question, how's your credit? And, oh my God, whoops, let me go back. When you ask question number 1, how's your credit? And they go, what type of credit do you need? Let me tell you something, my dear realtor friends. That's a red flag, baby. In a bad situation, they're there, stranded on an island, no boat, no nothing. I think it should be a white flag, right? No food. It's a red flag. You know they have bad credit. Because anyone, the good credit, I got 660. I got 680. Excellent. Okay, but when they say to you, when they say to me, you know, so what type of credit do you need? I don't know what my credit score is. That's a red flag, all right? So the next thing that comes out of my mouth is, man, sir, would you say your credit score is like 335? And if immediately he remembers his credit. No, it's better than that. Mysteriously. Okay, sir. Do you think it's like 450? No, it's better than that. I thought you didn't know, man. No, I didn't say, I will never say that. I will never. That's in my head only. Okay? So, sir, would you say it's like 535? Yeah, something like that. Man, I thought you didn't know what your credit score was. Thought you didn't know. So anytime you hear question number 1, so what type of credit do you need? It's a red flag. You already know you got bad credit, okay? So anyway, question number 1 right there. And when you ask for income as well too, tell me one person in this freaking planet that does not know what their job pays per year. Because if you have that person and you know them, send them to my house. I'm going to put them to work at my garden or cook for me, and I'm not going to tell them what I'm going to pay them because they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They're just going to come in there, you give me whatever you want. Seriously? Who have you known that goes to work? The first question is, how much do I get paid an hour or a year? That's the first question out of their mouth. But when you ask them question number 2, which we'll go back to, you know, how much money do you make? And they go, how much money do you need? Man, that is a red flag. Stranded on an island.
Full of water.
Yeah. Okay, that's a red flag. If they make good, well, yeah, I make, what you want is gross, guys, gross. You don't want, after taxes, you want before taxes. Gross. Yeah, I make about $80,000 a year. Check mark. So let's go back. Let's go back to our 3 main questions here. Sorry. I'm sorry? Go ahead.
So our timeline that says they have everything good, but the income is like 50,000.
50,000?
And some of the lenders have told me that
It's not enough. Yeah, you'll see now. Because you'll be able to know how to do the math. What I want you guys to do with this class today is basic. I want you just to do basic only. I don't want you to be a loan officer, okay? Let's clarify that. I do not want you to be a loan officer, but I want you to know what you're talking about. Because when you talk to, sorry, I'm gonna use you, Charlene. Which you're the broker, you're the mortgage broker. When you talk to the mortgage broker, and the mortgage broker says, well, they make you already know they make about $80,000 or $90,000. And Charlene says, well, they don't qualify with the income. I'm going to go, Charlene, they make $90,000 a year. What's wrong? See how knowledge is power? Do you guys understand that knowledge is power? And nobody can play with you or your clients. Because you have one client. And they are so important to you. And we treat one client at a time as if they were the most I don't care if it's a $50,000 condo, 55 and older, or I don't care if it's a $50 million home. It doesn't matter. That client is the same to me, all right? Because I'm not going to get into it, but you guys know how important a client is. It's the relationship with the client. All right. We'll go there. I've done it. We can go there. We'll go there. I've done it. We've gone there. And I'm not getting $50,000 of income. They could buy. Guys, did you guys hear that? They want to buy a $500,000 home with $50,000. That's it. What? It's a done deal. It's how much you know. It's a done deal. After I ask the 3 questions. It is a done deal. After I ask the 3 questions, I know what bank to go to. That's why I told you guys 50% for you guys to be a successful realtor, you better know the financial world. If not, you don't know what you're doing. Okay? You will not be successful. Yeah, you'll sell here or there. Yeah, you'll make X amount of money. But the realtors that are making up in the millions, they don't do loans because they don't want to do loans. It's too time consuming. Being behind a desk. They want to be out selling, making money, okay? And making big money, by the way, too. Making really big money. Because the commissions in Miami are big. And the commissions here are pretty well, too. All right? So anyway, you need to know the loan officers. So let's go back to this. Credit scores. Okay, so usually I get ladies that call me up sometimes, and those ladies, their husbands are working, but they know all about the husband. Trust me. They know how much money they make and everything. They know what the credit score is and everything. So they will tell me the credit score, her credit, usually ladies always have better scores than you guys. Me too. No, mentira, I'm going to follow with my credit too. So, yeah, I try to be with the ladies. I always try to be with the ladies. So, yeah, my credit scores are good. All right, so anyway, but let's say, ma'am, what do you think your credit score is at? Well, mine's like 725. What do you think your husband's at? He's 670. Check mark on number 1. Question number 2. Is your husband, do you work, ma'am? Yes, I do work. Are you a W-2 or a 1099? What is the difference between a W-2 and a 1099? A W-2, they take out what's called FICA, Medicaid, Social Security. When they give you your check weekly or every 2 weeks, they take out FICA, Medicaid, Social Security. You're a W-2. But if they tell you, oh, no, we don't take anything out. They're what? 1099, baby. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking a different planet, a different world. So now, question number 3. How much money do you have to buy this house? And that's where that's going to come in. If they got the credit score up here and they don't have the employment, I only need 1 and 3, because if they got 20% down, 10% down, 30% down, they got a loan. It's a done deal. But if they tell me, Ismael, this is our scores, we're W-2, then you need to find out, how long have you been on the job, ma'am, as a W-2 employee? Well, I've been there for 2-3 years. How long has your husband been on his job? He's been there for 7-8 years. Check mark on 1, check mark on 2. Number 3 question is, ma'am, is this your first home? Or is this like a second home? No, this is my first home. So we got realtors in here. They're super experienced. They're doing their marketing. I will share it with them because they have allowed me to share it with you guys. Okay? Number 3, for our realtors that do have the experience, I'll use Sully for this one. Do you care about number 3, Sully, if they don't own another house? Wait, listen, guys. Listen to this. Listen carefully. Wait, I'm going to help you guys. If they own no other home, but number 1 checked out, number 2 checked out, and I said I need 3, right? But they don't have number 3. They have no money. Sully, do you care about number 3? Yeah, but how much?
$1,000 to buy.
Or less. Or less. Charlene, help Sully, please. Or less. So we don't even care. You, Leticia, Charlene, do we care about number 3? Hell no, we don't. We don't need, all I need them to have is $300-400. $400. They're buying a home at $400. Look, so you can scratch out number 3. Now, how many of you guys didn't know that? Now you're starting to learn it, and now you're going to learn it. Okay? See how important that is? Number 3, if you guys know, again, the financial world. All right, so let's get into it. The financial world, you got conventional loans. Every loan is a conventional loan. Then it becomes an FHA loan because FHA loans are insured by the federal government. So that's why it's called an FHA loan. But it started out as conventional. And then VA are guaranteed by the federal government, but it's still a conventional loan. And then you got non-conforming, it's still conventional. All right? Then you got these portfolio loans. Our lenders here are in 50 states. 50 states. They're big, aren't they? To be in 50 states, you know they're national. So I don't have any weak, small, little individuals with us. Either they're big, they're knowledgeable, or they're not coming into Partnership Realty 1 or 2. All right? So here, portfolio loans, that means they've got these loans that are theirs with their own money, and they fund them with their own money. So they could be 24 months bank statements. They could be 12 months bank statements. They could be an accountant's letter. I don't even need you to give me anything here. They could be an accountant's letter. In fact, I don't even need 12 months bank statements. I don't need 24 months bank statements. And I don't need the accountant's letter. We have other programs, okay? They're called debt service loans. Does anyone know what a debt service loan? Let me help you. When they do the appraisal, when they're going to do the appraisal, they're going to see what that property is going to rent out at, correct? The appraisal, they're going to do seeing what the rent analysis of the market analysis around it rents out for. So the mortgage payment cannot be more than that appraisal. They are appraising to see how much it can be rented out for. It's called a debt service loan. So do you see that I don't need 12 months, 24 months, or an accountant's letter? Don't even need it. All I need is an appraisal that says, listen, an appraisal that says, here's the mortgage payment. Let's say the mortgage payment is, I don't know what, $3,800 a month. Are we okay with that one? You guys want me to use another number? $3,800 a month. But the properties are being rented out for $41, $42, $38, $37. It qualifies. Done deal. Now, that's the majority of all the lenders. There's only one lender, listen to me, One in our office. The other ones can't do it, but this one can. So here, this is one of their programs. It's a niche program. It's theirs. Okay? So the mortgage payment is $3,800, correct? But sorry, came out wrong. Came out wrong. The market analysis, the appraisal came out to about average of about, let's say, $3,800. That's the market average rent going. But they have a mortgage payment of $5,800. Yeah, but this lender can do it. So how important is this to you guys? Let me show. Oh, darn it. Sorry. How important is it to you guys, this right here? Oops. Right there. How important is it to know this? Tell me how important this is. Because if you have that scenario where the mortgage payment is way over what the current market analysis is, you need to know which lender is the one to help you. And there's only one, but we got 5. Aren't all of them the same? What do I need 5 lenders in here for? They're different. Thank you. They're all different. They all specialize in different things. ITNs, investments, commercial, new construction, 203K programs, on and on. We have hard equity lenders. Hard equity lenders, I do hard equity loans. I've been trying to buy a property right now. I'm still negotiating. I know I'm going to get it. Okay? I'm still negotiating it. These deals that pay a lot of money, they don't happen overnight. They do not happen overnight. Sometimes it takes months for you to put that deal together. Okay? That pay a lot of money. But do you think I'm going for loan number 1 or 2, or I'm going down here? I'm going down here. Hard equity. And I don't care if they're charging me 10, 12, 15% interest rates. Oh, yeah. It's a quick deal, and I'm going to make money off of it once I just flip the property. Yeah, so, yeah, to me, I don't care, 15%. Charge me, here, in fact, throw 2 more percent into you. Throw 2 more, 17. I don't care. Because if I'm making, let's say I'm making $300,000 clean, what difference does it make for me to make $280,000 to $300,000? I'm still walking away with $280,000 thanks to who? To you. You're the hard equity lender. Thank you. I will take you out to dinner and everything and tell you what a great man you are and blah, 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 and how handsome you are and everything, because I want you to do my next mortgage that I'm doing. Because I'm coming in with another property really soon, and I want you to fund it for me. So this hard equity lender, I have an advanced class on all this that explains it in more details to you guys. All right. So government loans, you've got them all like I went over. FHA goes all the way down to 580, but the majority of lenders don't. They go down to 620 only. You need to know who is who. You've got the 203K programs right now. These are foreclosures or homes that are really completely destroyed. They are so easy to do. A 203K, you need to know who they are. You need to know what lenders specialize on 203K. If you guys don't know what a 203K is, it means the house will not qualify for a regular FHA or a conventional loan because it has no kitchen. The bathrooms are destroyed. The roof has a leak in it. Yes, but you're going to live there. Oh. So they will do a construction loan to fix up the house, and then they will lock it in afterwards. They will lock it in afterwards with the regular 30-year loan. See what I mean? Yeah. All right. So, guys, you guys need to know all of these financing. And every time they do financing classes, and they do it weekly. That's not coffee, that's espresso, guys. That's Cuban coffee. You will be crawling the walls once you're done with that. Drink one of those Cuban coffees and let's see what happens to you. Yeah, that's why I can't even touch that. It's so strong, I can't touch it. To me, I'm already hyper as it is. All right, so guys. Thank you. All right, so guys, 3 questions you must ask: credit, job, and funds to close. All right? So here's the thing. Do you guys know, and you guys will get a client to walk in, because a lot of clients come from like other areas, and not other areas, they just do not believe. They don't believe in credit. They buy cash. They buy cash. That's all they do is just buy cash.
They wrong some people. They don't want to deal with that.
No, you know what I tell them when I go, do you have any credit? They go, no, I have no credit. I have no debt. I go, I admire you. I admire you. I want to be like you, but I can't. That American Express is right there calling my name. I go nowhere without it. I don't. What? That American Express is right in my, what? Are you kidding me? You know how they say that old saying? They know what they're saying. You don't leave home without it. Guess what? I don't. But they know what they're doing. You're somewhere and you're going to be using it, okay? So what if you guys have somebody who doesn't have credit score? So now we can have alternative lines of credit. Now, I have one of our lenders just walked in. I'll probably invite him up for a second so we can talk about this program. If you guys get somebody who has got no credit, okay, you can build their credit to do a regular FHA loan. What will you need? 3 trade lines. The rent can be one of them. Got it? Bless you. Their insurance for their car, second one. And hopefully the FBL bill is in their name, third one. That's it. You need nothing else. But you need to see those letters. Listen to me. You realtors, you need to see those letters before you hand them over to the lender. Because if that FP&L letter comes back and they have a 1 time late, 2 times late, it ain't going to work. Okay? All right? So you need to see them first. Are we clear on that? All right. So listen, you can build their credit. Not build their credit, but you could still do an FHA loan with 3.5% down, you know, with loans like that. All right? There are lenders that will do W-2 onlys because the majority, and this is something, why do you want to look at the tax returns first? Why do you want to look at the tax returns first? Let me tell you why you want to look at the tax returns. Because they made $120,000 gross. But see, they don't want to pay taxes. That's not I'm not an accountant, not my problem. I don't get involved with the county. But I get involved with what I read. So you go to page number 2 of the 1040. That's the tax return form, 1040, right? Page number 2, line 23 or line 27 says taxable income. That's what they're saying to IRS. IRS, I made $120,000, but listen, I got all these expenses, and the only thing I got left over to live is $18,000. Do they qualify for a loan with $18,000? I don't think so. Grab $18,000 divided by 12. Come on. They can't buy a bicycle and they can't buy a freaking scooter. Okay? So you need to look at it before you send it to the lender because you already know the tax returns are no good. So don't be that one realtor that comes to me, oh my God, every time I send Barbie a loan over there, she turns it down. Well, obviously, did you look at the tax returns? So there are programs out there that will only do W-2s because FHA says, I only need the W-2. They're not going to look at the tax returns. You guys got that? Mm-hmm. Foreclosures, hey, Chris, let me bring Chris here from Cross Country Mortgage. I'm glad to have you. No, you're not. You're going to come up here. Here's one of our phenomenal lenders, okay? Chris, good to see you. We're trying to find somebody that's going to buy us lunch today. So we heard that I know you got money. So, so we're hoping that you come up here and you will be our sponsor and you will be buying lunch. We already picked up where we're going to order from, Carrabba's. Okay. No, guys, this is Chris Jimenez, Cross Country Mortgage, okay? His wife, phenomenal as well too, Areli Ortega. They're phenomenal. Chris, you guys answer the phone How many days a week?
Where we open, the only day we close is Christmas Day, but we're not really closed on Christmas Day, yeah.
Yeah.
So we open 8 o'clock to 9 p.m. every day, but we always take calls at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, weekends, holidays.
No, wait, I gotta stop that. I gotta rephrase that one. Your wife answers the phone at 11 and 12 o'clock. Chris doesn't answer,
I'm
and his
fishing.
wife is amazing. Areli's amazing, okay? You know where it is that lady answers your phone at 12 o'clock at night? I don't know how you do it.
Yeah,
You know?
all the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the company's open, our branch is open like almost 364 days a year.
Yeah.
So we only close only Christmas Day, but like I said, we never close anyways.
We're always open.
We're always open.
To help
We're always
out you
for business,
realtors,
yeah.
okay?
To help you guys, obviously, to help
Exactly.
you, to provide the support that you need when you need it, right?
Exactly.
Because sometimes you need that support at 9 p.m.
Yes.
You need that answer at 9 p.m. So you want to have a lender that can answer that question, because what happened if you call me and I pick up the phone and I answer your question, right? Most likely you're going to go to bed in peace, right? You had that
Exactly.
answer already. So now you're going to go and relax with your family because you already got what you were asking for. And
And
that's
it's
the
not
part.
sometimes you, it's your clients. Their clients are nervous.
Because they're
and it
representing
calms
the client.
everybody down.
Yeah.
It calms you, the realtor. You get to answer the client's question. And everybody, like Chris said, rest in peace. Not that they died. They just rest in peace. Because he used rest in peace.
Like, so yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Barbie passed away last night, you know.
Yeah, so that's the
No,
thing.
they sleep tranquil.
Yeah.
He goes, rest in peace, my
Yeah.
young man.
Yeah, because obviously you guys are calling us because your client is calling us. I mean, sometimes
Exactly.
you have questions, but also because
Exactly.
the client has questions. And that question could be at 9 o'clock on a Sunday, on 10 o'clock on a Sunday, you know?
Exactly.
So by us answering the phone and providing that answer to you, now you answer it back to your client. And what is happening, you're looking amazing.
Exactly. It's a professional should look. So, she had a question.
You're
So-
servicing your client 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're 365 days a year. We can be on vacation and we're still working.
I
We
can
are.
be anywhere. Like I'm never off. I was
Yeah,
talking,
we're
I
never
am
off.
never off. I was
You
just
guys
talking
are
to my
never off.
assistant now. I'm like, I am never off. Never.
You came here for a small break and look at me.
I just came to run away from the heat.
Too bad. Too bad.
I'm gonna go see Ismael and see what he's doing over there.
Yeah, well, I got you up here. We had a question, Chris, for bankruptcy. A regular FHA loan, how many years do we
2
need?
years.
2 years.
2 years out of this charge.
Guys, we have a banker here.
Yeah.
Questions that you guys might have, this is the right time to ask.
Officially 2 years on a regular loan, right? Like on a regular FHA loan, 2 years out of bankruptcy, right? This charge date, right? If it's a 7, obviously it's a wiped out completely, right? And if it's the other, the 13 is, you make payments. So out of the discharge date, right?
13, you can't. They're still making payments.
They still make payments. So
Yeah, can't do it.
But I had a class about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, in that new program, the FHA Dream Builder, right? 1 day out of bankruptcy.
Yes, I was just going to say that one.
1 day out of bankruptcy.
See how many programs there are? 1 day out of bankruptcy. Did that beat the 2 years FHA? That just beat the 2 years FHA. 1 day out of bankruptcy. So how important is it to have Chris and Areli from Cross Country Mortgage next to us? 1 day out of bankruptcy. The client just did bankruptcy, they want to buy a house. You know that happens. You're going to come see who? Right here.
There's this new program that, like I said, I did a class here about 3 weeks or a month ago. I am probably going to do another one just to refresh everyone's mind so they know exactly. Because obviously when you do a class, there's a percentage that you take, right? So I want to do another one for the same thing again to just go over Dream Builder. It's an FHA program. It's called Dream Builder.
But that Dream Builder, that's you guys. That's a program you guys have.
That's a program, yeah, that we have. And like I said, the main thing about this program is that you can have an FHA loan, right? And not being a resident or citizen, right? Which FHA regular fees that's not allowed anymore since May last year, that people have to be resident or citizen in order to buy as an FHA buyer. So that the government stopped that, right? But we have a way out around that now that you can do an FHA loan having a work permit or DACA or whatever you have. And that's the one that is called Dream Builders.
Now you guys see why we have 5 separate independent mortgage institutions, and huge too, very big companies. Okay, why? Because they all have different niches. All your clients are separate, not separate, different, and we are here to help them. Charlene, I think you had a question.
Yes. So normally when
So in a regular standard FHA, 500 with 10% down. So you can go as low as 500 credit score, but you have to put 10% down.
That's amazing, guys.
Right?
That is amazing.
Now, whether, obviously, it all depends on the credit, whether they have rebuilt a little bit, new secure credit cards and things on the credit card. But regular FHA is 580.
I want to help you guys with what Chris just said. Once they get out of bankruptcy, it is crazy how clients start receiving new credit cards available to them. Now, obviously, they're not going to give them like $10,000 credit lines. That ain't going to happen. But they're going to give them $500, but that starts rebuilding your credit, okay? They're going to give you like maybe $1,200, $800. Your client should get it. And you guys advise this. These are marketing strategies and notes that you guys should be taking so you can talk about it through your social media. What your social media is educating the public, being different to everybody else. So you should be taking notes down of things that you're hearing like this here. One day out of bankruptcy, your clients start receiving letters left and right. And they're getting brand new credit cards for $500. Tell them to take it because they need to start rebuilding their credit, and they start working their way from small credit lines, working their way up. So people do rebuild their credit a lot.
Or have them have a family member add them to a credit card that has good standing, right? Like 2 years, low balance, high credit limit, and say, look, you call your sister, let's as an example, brother, and say, hey, I'm trying to rebuild credit. Can you add me to that credit card you have, right?
Those sacks.
Right. So now you start getting that credit card in your portfolio, like Ismael is saying. Now you start rebuilding your credit. Now you start getting all these other companies offering you $1,500 line of credit card for this, and you start rebuilding.
Chris has no sense of humor. I said Zach's credit card.
Credit card.
If you're going to add me to a credit card, Neiman Marcus, Saks, something like that. Don't add me to Kohl's, all right? Don't add me to Target. Add me to your Nordstroms. Add me to your Bloomingdale's. Add me to your Saks. Neiman Marcus. Yeah, don't worry about it, sister. I'll take care of the credit card. All right? But yes, or get a secured credit card. Go to your bank, put in there into the savings, and get a $300, $400, $500. I would do $800. Put into a checking savings account. Then they're going to give you $500, $800 secured credit card. Your money's right there, but you have it on a credit card that you can use it. But don't take advantage of it. Teach your clients, if you have an $800 high credit, do not go out, maybe in an emergency, use it, but buy it down quickly. The most on a credit card should be about what, Chris? 10, 20, 12, 20%? What's your recommendation?
For the credit,
on the line,
30%, below 30%, yeah.
Or less. Absolutely, I totally agree. Don't max it out because you know what's going to do to your credit score? That will kill it.
And sometimes when people already have credit and they have a low, let's say that we need to have a 580 for FHA, right? But they're below that, right? And we wanted to put 3.5%, not 10% down. We also run credit simulators where we can pay down a credit card and bring it down to like 20 or 30% of the limit, right? And that can increase the score 10, 20 points more. So
let me mention something else about our lenders that we got and how proud I am of being part of them. I'm not part of them. They're there to help us and our clients. They will help rebuild your client's credit at no charge. They'll show you what to do, like he said, so we could do a rescore. They could do a rescore, okay? And then get them a 3, 4, 5 points higher. And next thing you know, we can get them into a regular loan. So they are very knowledgeable in what they're doing, and I'm very proud to have them, okay? So here, that's in a bad situation. He should have never came here. Portfolio loans. Okay, these are your 1099 self-employed that we were talking about. You guys are experts on those 1099. You guys have a lot of programs for the 1099s that don't have W-2s. They're self-employed. They could own their own business. They could be roofers, tradesmen, any type of trade. Now, those guys, let me tell you something that I've seen in those guys. I don't know about your experience, but I'll let you share your experience in a minute. They take care of their credit, and they have money to put away. So I would want to be a 1099 specialist in my marketing because those guys and gals save their money, and they take care of their credit. So they have good large down payments, okay? And then you're doing these 1099 loans which carry no mortgage insurance. Let me help you guys out with a little bit with the mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance, people go out there, they go, so what type of what type of interest rate you got? Oh, I got a 4.5% interest rate. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. My interest rate is 4.5%. No, you didn't. You want to know why she didn't get 4.5% interest rate? She's got mortgage insurance. So you take the principal and interest, okay, the interest, which is the mortgage payment, correct? Plus the MI, do the math, and she's not at 4.5% interest rate. But you guys can't get involved with that one. So I'm telling you, these loans are phenomenal. They have no PMI.
That's 100% accurate, yeah.
No PMI.
And very popular now.
Super popular.
Super popular now.
So now, she thinks she's at 4.5%. She's really at 5.75%.
Because she's paying another $200 or
$200.
or $250, $300
Thank
for mortgage
you.
insurance. Yeah.
I wish it was $200. It's more like $350, $300 in mortgage insurance. You do the math. You do what financing, banking and finance cares about. Okay, what's called the APR. The APR. What's the APR? The annual percentage interest rate. Now, when you add those two babies up, then you really will see what your interest rate really was. So you get one of these loans, even though the rate's higher, it's not. It's better than hers. You guys need to be completely educated on what you're doing. So you will know how to explain it to a client. Oh my God, but my friend got 4.5 and I'm at 5.5. Sir, you're paying less than your friend. Your friend's got mortgage insurance throughout the freaking loan. They say that once you get 20% equity, that you can buy it down, you can get rid of it. Good luck there, baby. Good luck. No, he had to laugh at that one. He's not going to make a comment because he's in the banking world, but I can. I'm in the real estate world. Okay? Go ahead. Call up the lender and say, hey, I got 20% equity. I want to remove that mortgage insurance. Then come back and see me like 3 months later after you've been fighting with them 3-4 months. You're going to come back, Ismael, they didn't remove it. Well, I wonder why. Okay? So anyway, these loans are phenomenal, and you guys have phenomenal loans.
Very popular loans. So once you start talking about, using 1099 bank statements, P&L, profit and loss, because I saw something that says non-QM loan, right? Non-qualified mortgage, right? So those are not your non-traditional Fannie, Freddie Mac loans, right? They don't require the EU approval, Freddie Mac approval. So these are they call alternative income ways, right? Not your taxes, not your pay stuff, not your W-2s. You're going after. Does anyone know what someone that is 1099 what it means?
Yeah, they do. We went over a little bit of those. Someone who's self-employed.
Self-employed, that subcontract for somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have a Schedule C, which is you report your own. You do cleaning and you get cash and you go to the bank and you deposit, right?
You guys just need to know basic. Once you see that they can qualify, then you bring it to him or to them, and they take over. They will know the right programs to use and to guide them and point them and stuff like that. But you need to be that realtor that pre-qualifies the client, that you're not sending him 10 loans that don't qualify. Then you come to me and go, Ismael, I've sent Chris 10 loans and he can't get a single one of them approved. No, you can't get a single one of them approved. You should be asking those 3 questions. And if they answer them correctly, then you're going to send it to who? The specialist, the banker.
So many ways.
The mortgage lender.
So many ways you can get
the mortgage lender.
Yeah, so many ways that you can get this 1099. Like I said, now bank statements are so popular, right?
Super.
Because when I look at taxes, right, like Ismael was saying, you look at the taxes, made $180,000, right? But then you see the net income, right?
Taxable income.
And it's $18,000 on the tax. What are they going to qualify? You got to divide that by.
I told you, not a moped.
56.9% of that income to pay for the mortgage. They don't qualify not even for a bike, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But then me as a lender, I looked at the Schedule C and I see how much money they came in, how much money they actually made, right? They made $180,000. So the light bulb comes in, boom, boom, right? Bank statements. that 180 went somewhere, right? Most likely it went to their business or personal bank account because they receive 180,000 in sales. And that's why you start, now it becomes a bank statement. Now they don't have to report, I mean, I don't want to say that.
No, that's not our problem. Not our problem. We're not
But
IRS.
we
That's not our
they
problem.
don't report taxes. Now, obviously, if they report $180,000, how much do you think they have to pay the IRS back?
Yeah, it's between them and their accounts.
That's
you
a
had
lot of
you got a
money,
question
right?
back there. Ed,
For-
ITIN number.
Yeah, I mean,
ITIN.
IT numbers, you can do, I mean, we have all the problems, IT numbers, but like I said, just to finish up, bank statements have become empowered. So now the income gets delivered from that bank statement, right?
You got
So
a
now,
question right
yeah.
here, Chris.
If you use, some customer has different bank accounts, like 3 or 4 or 5.
On an FHA loan?
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, for this?
Yes, for bank statements type of income.
There are so many types of these loans. We don't, okay. Yeah, as long as they own, listen, some of the loans like this here, they have corporations. So they deposit no money into their private account, their personal account. So they use their corporate
Business
bank
account.
statements, business tax returns. So they can use up to how much of the business income from their company?
We're only going to require 12 months bank statement, that's it.
Yeah, but it could be a business because
If-
say
if-
they don't
if-
deposit
They
money.
spread out into 3 different bank accounts. Personal.
your-
Can they give you the 3 of
Your
them, or just
hard,
have
you can,
one?
yeah, you can
Yeah.
do all three, but
Yeah.
that's hardly
Yes.
ever, I had never seen so many. I can see maybe spread out between one person and one business account, but the majority of people that have corporations, like Ismael said, they're going to deposit into their business account at the bank. Whatever bank it is, it's going to be going to the business. People that do their own Schedule C, they're not 1099, they don't have a corporation, they might deposit into their personal account, and if they had the right knowledge, right, and the good guidance, they're going to have a business account, so they're going to deposit on the business account. So we're only going to look at 12 months, July 2025 to July 2026.
Guys, when I do my marketing classes, I try to get you guys to be specialists in everything. Foreclosures, new construction, land, 203Ks. On portfolio loans like this here, you need to put in there 1099 specialists, self-employed specialists. Once you learn it, do you know how many people are self-employed out there? I probably tell you 50% of the workforce. 50% of the workforce are all self-employed.
Yeah, I think Florida has the highest self-employment
Exactly.
Yes.
than any other state.
Yes. So
Little business.
So
Yeah,
you
everywhere.
guys need to know about this. You guys need to know about this. We got a question, Chris.
Foreclosures over how many years?
Oh, foreclosures, one. FHA, he said 2, but he's got a program. The name of it again was?
Dream builders.
The Dream Builders, 1 day. It's amazing. So now you know who to go to. Now you know who to go to. Okay? Chris and his wife, they work together. They're in our office. He's right next to me, right there.
We've been there 3 years.
You know,
almost 3 years already,
yeah.
3 years.
So, no, amazing. You know, we're just, listen, we're glad to have them. Here's another monster. Here's a freaking monster. This is definitely. No, don't leave.
That's another hour on condos now.
No.
A lot of
You
changes in
see,
condos now.
Look, I told you guys, I called it a monster. He was
That's
getting
a
ready
big
to.
monster since
He was
August
getting
5th.
ready to head out that door. I've got classes in English and Spanish on condos. You better know them.
You better know the
Miami,
condos now.
we sell so many condos in Miami, in Broward, in Palm Beach County. Okay, so you can't be that one realtor who goes, oh, I don't do condos. What? Give them to me. Give them to me. I'll do the condo because, guys, I don't even want to tell you why, because we do condos, we do everything. But condo loans are completely a different animal to everything we just talked about. I'm not going to get into the specifics on it because you got classes you can watch that I already went specifically on condo only. Okay? Because this is like Chris says, it'll be another hour. So I'm not going to do it. But I want you guys to know, all right, here we go. You guys do condo loans.
Big changes condos starting a week ago. Big changes. No more, just maybe I'll do a class in condos too now with the new changes, right? There's changes that happened since last week, and there's changes that's going to happen starting January next year. The main ones are no more, when you do a condo loan, the first thing I'm going to ask you, you have a client, you say, Chris, I have a client that wants to buy a condo. The first thing I'm going to ask you is for the 2026 budget, right? For the HOA condominium budget. That's the first
The
thing I want to
insurance,
do.
the reserves.
Because I want to make sure
Everything.
that they have reserve. They had to have at least 10% as of 2 weeks ago.
Condo
now
questionnaire.
went up to 15%. So if the condo does not have 15% of reserve, then it's a problem.
Here's another thing, lawsuits. Lawsuits against the condo. Contractors, they put lawsuits against them. People that just slip and fall. Lawsuits. They don't look at the small lawsuits, the big, but they do look at the big ones. So there is so many factors on a condo. You got to watch my class. Or whenever Chris
We're gonna-
and
we're
Aledi
gonna-
comes and does a
yeah.
class, you better be there.
There's a lot of changes. No more limited
You
reviews.
better be there.
Before we were able to do limited reviews on condos. Now no more limited reviews on condos. And that's not only us, it's the industry is changing when it relates to condo. Limited reviews when let's say
could
that
get away-
we send a condo questionnaire, right, to the
Right,
HOA,
right.
and instead of answering 50 questions, they answered 25.
Yeah. They
So-
let certain things slide.
So they-
Not anymore.
exactly, Not anymor, yeah.
Everything has to be answered.
Yes, sir. That's why you watch this class, or whenever one of my classes, it's around, where's it at? priclasses.com. It's in English and it's in Spanish. Okay, I got her first and I'll get you.
I have a question. So there are a lot of new constructions in Miami.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So how would apply the same thing for those kind of buildings, or?
Yeah, yeah. Those condos are pretty clean. All right, it's the older ones that have more than 65% or 75% of tenants living there. Okay, that they have no reserves. They don't even have. They got all type of assessments and blah blah blah, and go on and on and on. But the new ones, they're pretty clean. And now the reason that the government's doing this is because they're cleaning up the industry, so we could do more FHA and conventional loans to help our public. You had a question in the back? Up to 25%. Some lenders will allow 25%. You're talking about how many tenants per landlord, homeowners? Yeah.
The reserve usually is we want to see, as a lender, we want to see 10% reserves on their budget, right? Now that's been increased to 15%. They want
Which is not a lot.
It's not a lot, but they want the HOA to have more money
Yeah, in case of an emergency.
in case of emergency. It's 15% already.
Isn't it a law that they are required to have?
But the problem is those small ones, those small condos are tough. They're tough to deal with.
The law?
Huh?
I mean, the law requires them to have a certain amount of money from the reserve.
Many condos are being very strict on their guidelines that you cannot rent within the first 2 years. Okay? They're cleaning their act up. All right? So yes, many condos are doing, because they're bringing property values up because all you guys live in the same development, correct? And they're bringing your property values up. But if the reserves, the budgets, everything is like out of whack, then your property values are, you have less property values. They're not worth more money.
And it doesn't mean that because you have a condo that's not meet the reserve that we're not going to be able to do the loan. They become what is called non-warrantable condos, right?
Exactly.
But there's a way to do a non-warrantable condo. More down payment, but you can still get it done.
Yeah, you could get it done. Sometimes 10%, 20%, 30%, things like that. So,
3% is their first-time home buyers, yeah. In condo, unless the HOA internally has in their bylaws a different requirement, right?
Right.
Like I'm doing now that I can
20%.
offer 3% to the client, but the HOA says nobody's moving here unless they put 20% down.
Exactly. That's why you guys have to watch that class I'm telling you about. Chris, I can keep up for you. I'm not going to do that.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for it. I just came by to say hi. Any question, just
Stop by more often, please.
call me, 561-252.
They're right next door.
3655, or I'm inside the
You're
office.
right next door.
I'm inside
You're
the
right across the street from my office.
Yeah. All right.
I'll see you at lunch if you're over
Yeah,
there.
thank you,
So the
thank you,
guys
guys.
can talk to you a little bit more. Okay? I could keep Chris here forever, guys. You don't understand. All right. Green cards. We have other lenders. Okay? He specializes. People with no green cards, no residency, nothing like that. These are foreign nationals. And all he does is, was Alexis, he specializes with foreign nationals. Do you know how many people are coming from all over the world into South Florida? Huh?
Yes.
They are coming from Australia, Central South America. I'm getting clients coming from Europe. I'm getting clients coming from East Africa, South Africa, East Africa, South Africa, West Africa. I'm getting them from the Netherlands. We're getting them from all over Europe. We're getting them from everywhere. So we need to be prepared. You guys need to know the lender when your client walks in. Okay? You need to know the lender. Clients are coming from China. Doesn't mean you can't sell to them. You need to know the specifics of the guidelines. And these lenders will come up here and they will teach you that. That's their job, is teach you everything there is. Remember, I told you guys 50% is what? It's going to make you guys, or it's going to break you, one of the two. Because you're going to be that one lender that, Ismael, I sent them 10 loans over there and they couldn't get it. I get denials all the time. Yeah, I'm wondering why. I wonder why. Because you don't know anything what you're doing. So we have these, and we got private lenders that will lend on this here too. And we have phenomenal lender. He's here. He will answer your phone 7 days a week. He teaches class. You need to be present. If not, don't come present. How many people are coming from all over the world into South Florida right now? Oh, from Orlando all the way down. A lot of people, man. So anyway, what are you going to do when somebody comes in, someone with an ITN number or just a foreign national, and go, I'm sorry, sir, I can't help you. So I've got a listing that we just took up. We were doing videoing all day yesterday. It's a $15 million home. Aerial Club, you're going to love it. Wait till you guys see this property that we're doing all the filming and everything for it, all right? But it's available already. I just can't put it up on the market yet because we're doing all the filming and photos and stuff like that. You know who the buyer for that property is going to come from? Because it's right next to the equestrian world, Polo, and the entire equestrian world. Don't think Polo's the biggest. Equestrian is bigger than Polo. Wellington is polo capital of the world, okay? Where do you think the buyer is going to come from on that one? It's going to come from another country. What type of loan is that buyer going to get, an FHA or a conventional loan? No, you're not. That's right there. It's looking at it. You're looking at it.
Maybe he's going to pay, oh, no green card. Maybe he's going to pay cash.
And you know how many times a year this home is absolutely stunning. Stunning. It's very few homes impress me. Very few homes. And I've been in so many mansions and homes. It's unbelievable. This one here, it's like going into the Breakers Hotel. Okay? It's amazing. On that, those guys can buy cash. So there is no down payment. They can buy cash because they're not going to live there. They're going to come there and stay like 2-3 weeks out of the year. Out of the year.
They got too much money.
But some of them, bringing money out of their country only allows them to bring X amount of money out without being penalized. So you need to know what lender can give them the loan. Do you guys see now my 50% that you need to know? How is it that you will, let me ask you guys a question. How are you going to get a listing of that size, of that caliber? How are you going to get it? By not doing any marketing, correct? By not showing yourself out there, not doing everything that I teach you in a marketing class, okay? Everything that I teach you. If you don't advertise for luxury homes, guess who they're not going to call? You. But if she advertised that she does luxury homes, and it's all through her social media, and it's not even her property. It belongs to her. But she doesn't want to do she's doing marketing for her, okay? They're going to call her. So yeah, guys, and you need to do the right marketing. So watch my marketing classes. You had a question at all?
No, I was going to say, I thought it was like a federal law that you can only purchase a home with $250K cash.
Nope. Not at all. Some of these individuals are bringing in, depends,
Oh, you
man.
gotta show where it's coming
Nah, listen, we got a property right now that we got listed at $54.5 million. Okay? So, yeah, they're going to put a little bit more than $250,000 down. All right, so guys, now that we know the three questions, credit, employment, and income, now you guys need to know how to write them down in a piece of paper. This is it here. This is what you need to know. Now that you have a good concept and understanding of why this class is so important, how is it that you do it? Well, let me show you how you do it. Question number one, you need to write it down on a piece of paper. You do not need to pull the credit. You need to ask, first of all, sir, can you please tell me what your credit score is? Yes, my score is 635. How about your wife? She is 680. Excellent. Check mark on step number one, right? Remember, here's your 3 steps. Got it? There's the 3 steps. Step number one. Okay, sir, can you share with me your debts? I don't want to know about your Publix bill, your Presidente bill. I do not want to know how much money you pay in grocery or gas. I want to know what's on your credit report. Do you have a car payment? Yes, I do. Who's the car payment with? Ford Motor Credit. What is the car payment per month? $380. You write it down. Okay, sir, do you have any student loans, or does your wife have any student loans? Yes, she does. How much does she owe in student loans? $15,000. So put about $100 down. Then you need to ask about credit cards. No, wait, let me go back here to the car loan. Sir, did you sign for a family member of yours, a kid, a brother, a sister? Did you co-sign on a car loan? No, I have not. If you forgot to ask that question, are you in trouble or what? Because it's going to show up on your credit report. Yeah, but it's not my car. It's on your credit. Now, you let Chris take care of it. Hopefully, the brother, right? He's making the payments. And all we need is 12 months of coming out of his account. And then they won't count that debt against them. But if the brother or sister is giving him the money and he's paying it out of his account, he is fully responsible. All right? So listen, we're here to help you. All right. So let's talk about the credit cards now. My question is, I don't want to know, as a husband and wife, the cards that you have combined. I want to know the cards that you have separate. Then tell me the cards that you share, that both of your names are on it. So let's start out with, how many credit cards does she have? Well, she's got a Visa, only owes $600, so we need the minimum payment, $25. Another Discover, $1,100, $85. Home Depot, $700, $50. Minimum payment. This is minimum payment. Not what they're paying, minimum payment. Not what they're paying monthly. Another Visa, $300. Are any of these credit cards shared? No. Because if it's shared, you only count it one time. You can't count it twice, only one time. You guys understand that? Now we've got what's called revolving credit. Look at this. Revolving credit. That is the front end of what it's called a DTI, debt to income ratio. It was in your state and school exam. So it was different on your state and school exam. In the real world, it's much higher and better. So let's say the front end is like 41% and say the back end. Now the back end, you'll understand what the back end is. So now, you guys already know about the red flag. We already went over it. So now we got to ask question number 2. Sir, are you self-employed? Or, when they pay you weekly, or do they pay every 2 weeks? Do they take out FICA, Medicaid, and Social Security? Yes, they do. Now you know they are a W-2 employee. No, they do not. They don't take anything out. Then you know they're 1099s. So you know you got to go different directions. Okay? So here's what you do. This is the math that you do without seeing the tax returns, pay stubs, or W-2s. Okay, sir. So how much money do you make? I make $75,000 a year. Gross. I need gross. Well, I don't really quite know. I just need an approximate. I don't need to for you to tell me percent, like $75,832.12. No, I just need you to give me a gross amount. I make gross about $75,000. Excellent. You take that and you divide it by 12. That gives you $6,250 per month. Thank you. Yeah, divided by 12 equals per month. Now take $6,252 and minus the revolving credit. Look at the revolving credit. 665, correct? This math is easy, guys. This is not, you don't need to go to school for this. This is easy. You could do this. Take out the revolving credit from 6250, and that means that you got left over $5,585. You see it? Once you take out the revolving credit from what they make a month, that's what they got left over. Now come here and take the $5,585 and divide it by 2. That equals the $2,792.50, which is half. That's 50%. This is half of that. Got it? That's your back end right there. Look at this. That's your back end, 50%. These individuals can buy a home. You don't even need a lender to tell you this. These individuals can buy a home already up to $2,000. This is their mortgage payment, $2,792.50. You will be showing them properties immediately without getting a pre-approval. You're going to get the pre-approval and afterwards, but you are helping them immediately. Now you know they can buy, okay? So you've got a 50% back-end ratio. Look at this, 50%. Because that's half, right? That's the back end. That is the back end right there. Okay? We know their credit, we know their ratios, and we know they qualify up to a home payment of $27,992.50. Now, how do we determine the price of the home based on the payment? You guys want me to say that one more time, a little slower? How do we determine the price of the home based on the monthly payment? Simple. You have to do it backwards. You have to subtract. Subtract. Now remember, there's a lot going on in this class. I told you guys, you cannot become a loan officer in this short period of time. You want to hear it again tomorrow in Spanish? I'll be in Miami. All right. So now you got to subtract. So take the $2,792 that you're looking at, 50, round it off at $2,700. You know why I like rounding it off? I like having a cushion. Just in case an unexpected surprise comes up, the lender's got room to work with. So I want you not to use $2,792.50. I want you to round it off to $2,700. Now, here's the $2,700. I need you to back it out. So taxes, it's on the taxes are right on the multiple listing report. Or you go to Papa's here in Palm Beach County. Broward property appraiser. St. Lucie, go to St. Lucie property appraiser. Miami, go to Dade County property appraiser, and search to see what the taxes are. Use 2025. So if the taxes are $2,800, that's a low number, okay? But I've seen some low ones, because they've owned the home for a while. You divide that by 12, and it comes out to $233. So you need to subtract that from $2,700. Guys, got it? Look, there's minus signs. That means that we are now subtracting. So now, the insurance. Why do you think that lunchroom is so important to me? Because if I found out that you just did a closing, I'm going to go, if it's me. This is if it's me. And I recommend you use my habits. Okay? I'm going to go there. Oh, my God, congratulations. I'm so glad you did the closing. How'd it go? What mortgage company did you use? What are the interest rates that your client paid? Where's the house at? How big is the house at? How big is the house? How many square footage? What was the insurance? Did you see how I just got educated on market value in a specific area? Square footage. I found out how much the interest rates are going for, and I found out what the insurance was. See, I don't need to call an insurance company to tell me what the insurance on a property per square footage. Ask me any question you guys want, and I don't even sell insurance, but I will tell you how much the insurance is on any property that you want. Ask the question. I guarantee you I'll have an answer for you in the entire state of Florida. You want to know why? Because I'm always talking to you guys. I am always educating myself. So here, so let's say the insurance, this is a property obviously in Port St. Lucie. Okay? So the insurance is about $1,800. Divided by 12 is $150. So at $2,700, I got a minus $233, insurance of $250. And then for mortgage insurance, since you don't know how to do mortgage insurance, just use $250. Just use that number. It's always the best to be higher and safe. If you want to use $300, use $300. Now take $2,700 minus this, and that gives you this. What is that? Principal and interest. That's what's going to determine the value of the home you're going to buy. $2,067. Now this is an example only, guys. Understand? This is called the PITI, the PIT. Remember the PIT? Whoever did their exam, it was on your exam. So here, this is the principal and interest. This will determine the value of the home. So this is the way it should look. The PITI should look like this. Principal and interest of $2,067, taxes $233, insurance $150, mortgage insurance, and there's the mortgage payment of $2,700. Isn't that what we determined the guy qualified for at $75,000 minus the revolving credit? Do you want me to repeat that again? Guys, don't be, please. You guys are not supposed to be loan officers, but you're supposed to learn. Please ask the question. I don't care. Say, Ishmael, repeat it again. I want you guys to learn because you guys need to be the best. The best. I showed you at the beginning of the class, right? I showed you why. Okay? The ones that were here. So, yeah. The value of the home? That's where I'm going. So now, out of all of this, let me ask you a question. This really determines the value of the home, but so does this. Okay? But the principal and interest right there will determine the value of the home. And then we need to add in the remainder of this stuff, of these items, to make sure we are below this. Got it? Guys, we provide better good faith estimates than a loan officer does. They don't even have the taxes. We should know what insurance goes for. That lunchroom, if I found out you did a closing, like I got my cousin doing a closing up in, where at, cousin, in Palm Bay? Palm Bay. I'm going to find out what interest rate your client, when you do the closing, I'm going to find out what interest rate the client paid. I'm going to find out the square footage. I'm going to find out what the taxes are, and I'm going to find out what the insurance is in Palm Bay. And next thing you know, you're going to go, oh my God, that guy Ishmael, man, he's so smart. He knows all this stuff. No, I just asked her, or asked her. You just did one in Port St. Lucie. You did one in Lehigh Acres. You did one in Ocala. I'm going to ask you guys so I can get informed. And I see that insurances are a lot cheaper in Palm Bay than they definitely are here in South Florida. I guarantee you insurances for cars and for homes are a lot cheaper in Palm Bay. So is the price too. But, you know, I need to know all that. Because you guys were licensed for what? Just Fort Lauderdale and Boynton Beach? The ones that live in Boynton Beach? All of Florida. So I'm going to sell all of Florida. Just like my cousin just got her license. Sorry about that, cousin. I had to throw you in front of the bus there. But I'm proud of her. And she's got a full-time job. She does payroll right there. It's just like with Leslie, my wife. Okay? But when she's got a client, she's up in Palm Bay. Are you under contract? Yeah. Did you go under contract with the other one, Port St. Lucie? The one with 6% that I got you 6%. Are you under contract on that one too? Killing it. And she's here in class. Okay? We have to make sacrifices. Okay? Realtors are going to have to wait a little bit for them to get paid because you're here to learn. You got this license to make a lot of money. You're doing great. Okay? Especially when you just got your license a couple days ago. There you go. All right, so here. Now we need to determine, Charlene, the value of the home. So funds to close. People, we're going to ask them, so how much money do you have to close? Guys, remember the red flag, correct? This is number 3. How much money do you have? So they'll tell you, I got 30,000, I got 50,000, I got 80,000, I got 100, I got $300,000. If they tell you, well, how much do you need? What is that, guys? Red flag, because you know they ain't got no money. But if they talk to the right realtor, where number 1 checks off, number 2 checks off. You guys know what I mean, credit and income. Sully, we don't even care. Number 3, we don't care. Leticia, do we care? Number 3, nope. Did you guys hear that answer? Nope. Number 3, us here, we don't care. You want to know why? Because they're getting a house. They are getting a house. I don't care if they got $500. They're getting a house. All right? So, I'm sorry? Yep. So we need to ask, how much money do you have? Okay? So with the classes that you cannot miss, like our realtors here, a lot of them have not missed, okay? Number 3, we don't even care because they're going to get a house. So most realtors go, oh my God, man, they need $18,000, $20,000, $23,000. No, they don't. They need $500. They need $1,000. See what coming to class is about? You're selling more homes. You know how many people you're helping? It's amazing. All right, so now let's determine the value of the home, Charlene. Let's do this. This is our step here before we get into, remember, this here, I'll teach you guys how to do it first, but let's determine the value of the home. So here's what I need you to do. Some of you guys have flex, and then others have matrix. Beaches MLS is the only one that has flex. The entire Florida has matrix. They're both good, okay? But you're going to have to start getting used to working with matrix as well, too, because you will be selling up in Ocala. You will be selling in, I don't care where in Florida. It's matrix. And what is matrix and flex? It's just a search software. That's all it is. So here, let's determine, Charlene, the sales price of a home. So let's do this. All right. So let's bring this down and let's open up. We're going to open up Beaches MLS since we're Beaches MLS. It doesn't matter because I've got right here under favorites, I've got flex and I've got matrix. So we're going to do them both. Okay? We're going to go to flex. Flex has what's called a mortgage calculator. Now the payment had to be $2,067, correct? Remember the payment, $2,067? So you're going to come here. You'll probably have a house picked out. Since I don't have a house picked out, I'm just going to go to our office listings. Since I don't have a house picked out. You can have any house picked out and you will know what the payment is. Any house. So when your client asks you, what do you think the payment is? You're going to tell them. You are going to tell them, sir, ma'am, folks, this is an estimate. But I'm going to tell you what is approximately going to be. And it's a pretty good one, too. So let's pick out a house here. Let's pick out a house. Let's do any house. I don't care. Let's do, no. Here. No. Come on. Let me get something. $499. That's it. I like that one. $500,000. So let's open up this. All right? Now look at this. When you come here on your tabs, look what that says. Calculator. Got it? Calculator. Click on calculator. Here we are. This is $449.9. But let's take that out. let's say that we want to offer 450, no, they only qualify for 2,067. So once you've done this, listen to this, guys. This is important. Once you've played with this, you can't hurt it. You should play with this numerous and numerous and numerous of time. And by the time you play with it, you're going to become an expert with it. Got it? So you just can't see it one time that Ismael did it. You got to go home. You got to practice and practice. Surgeons that make a lot of money, doctors. Do you think that they just get their license and they go, oh yeah, here's your first patient, open them up? Heck no, man. They won't even let you touch a patient. Okay? So why do you think that you guys don't need to practice? You do. Okay? So here, let's come here. We are trying to find the payment of $2,067. See the monthly payment here? That needs to be $2,067. So I'm going to go $325,000. Okay? And I'm going to go at 3.5% FHA loan, and I'm going to go at 6.5% interest rate. And what did I do wrong here? No, wrong. I put 65% interest rate. You guys, I swear to you. There we go. 1992. Beat the Charlene. 325. So I know I could go higher. Thank you. So let's do this. Let's move this to what? Gracias. 21. There I am, baby. There I am, baby. There you go. $350,000. We just determined the property. We determined the price value. Now we can start looking for homes for them at $350,000. No, you can still find them acá. No, we're closing them in Port St. Lucie.
Oh, yeah?
We're closing them. We're closing them. We're closing them. Okay? So, because everything more pretty much runs across my desk. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. In case the seller is giving
No, down payment they cannot. They could give towards seller contribution, towards the closing costs, but not towards the down payment. I will show you down payment in a couple of seconds. We're minutes away from down payment. We're minutes away. But now, I need to do matrix, because most of our realtors have matrix. So let's do matrix. All right? So let's go here, and let's open up matrix. Now, matrix is the same anywhere you go in the state of Florida. So come here where it says financing. Do you guys see financing? Go down where it says new calculator. Now, watch this. All right? Now, this is $1,450,000. So here's what we're going to do. Remember, Charlene, we need to be at $2,700. So I'm going to remove this. I know it's $325. Okay? And the down payment, I want it to be a percentage. Click on percentage, and I will put 3.5% because it's an FHA loan. The interest rate is 6.69. Look at this. I'm at 2021 principal and interest. Okay? 30-year fix. Now, credit score. We already asked them where the credit score was at, right? They said 638, 650. Yeah, let's just use like 660 or 670. So let's go here, drop down between 660 and 679. Okay? HOA, is there an HOA, yes or no? Homeowners insurance, well, $2,300 is their insurance. Or we could put whatever number you want in there. Try to find out insurance. That's for the year. See, YR, year. Huh? Yes, ma'am. 300. Right there. CMO, monthly. And then property taxes are, let's say, I don't know, $3,500. Now take a look at this. There is the full monthly payment. When you add in all of that, matrix is pretty good, isn't it? And there, Charlene, look at the sales price. I'm telling you, you guys can give a better, more accurate, okay, good. Listen, when they go to a lender to get a quote, it's called a good faith estimate, GFE, good faith estimate. listen carefully, good faith estimate. They're not telling you what it is. They're telling you this is an estimate. What are you giving them? An estimate. This is pretty good. So now you are impressing your client that you know what you're doing, that you are a professional. Now you're pulling out homes around 350, 325 and more because you can negotiate. You can negotiate. Maybe the insurance is going to be cheaper. You know what I mean? So it is amazing. Look at this program. Both Flex and Matrix even has a better one. Look at Matrix. It's going to give you the full. So we were at $2,700, but listen to this, guys. Listen carefully. We said at 50%, they were at what? $2,700. Now, FHA says you can go up to 53, 44, 55, 56, 57, 58% back end. Isn't 58 higher than 50?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So this client qualifies for this property. You see what I mean? You guys need to know that. Then you need to know what lenders go all the way up to 57, 58% back-end ratios. Those are questions that you must ask. And this is where you do the math. Okay? Any questions on this here? Now you found out the mortgage calculator. It's in your MLS. It's in your MLS. Flex or Matrix. It doesn't matter which one. All right? So let's go back to this. Can't get any easier than that. But you know what? It's a lot to consume on just one day of coming here. It's completely, I don't expect for you guys to take all this home. But come back to the class, watch it again. And then this will be online, watch it again. So down payment here. Whenever a buyer goes to buy a home, they need 5 things. They need first, down payment, closing costs, homeowner's insurance, appraisal, and home inspection. That's going to tally up everything. But if we work it correctly, I am not going to do a class on this. I've already done I don't know, we've been doing it for what, like a month and a half or over a month. Classes on teaching you guys how to do this correctly or better, different. Okay? I'm going to skip this one through very, very quickly. Okay? So the down payment, again, on a regular, the people, let's say they have $32,000. If they tell you they got $32,000 to buy a home, that bottom number better be $32,000 or less. You are not going to tell them they need to come to the closing table with $42,000. Because if I tell you I got $32,000, then listen, you need to know how to do this, and I got plenty of classes on this already. That when they come to the closing table, it'll be $32,000 or less. So the down payment is 3.5%. Closing costs around $12,750. Homeowners insurance $3,500. Appraisal $550. Home inspection $350. There's your $32,000. This is what my client asked me. That's on a $425,000 sale. This is what my client asked me. And I want to make sure that my client comes into the closing table with less than that. Okay, so now we'll get into the other part of the class. But I want to finish this class, not with you guys, but with my audience that's watching. I want to finish it with thank you very much for following us. Follow us on other classes. And the part of this class that's coming up right now is for Partnership Realty Realtors only. It's I'm sorry I can't share it with you guys, but to sign up with us, and I'll be happy to teach you guys as well too. Okay, so Adiel, if you could help me, please. I want to say ciao to our audience. Adiel, contate. Bro,
Recording?
yeah, I go, bro, oh my God. I think you cut.